Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Welcome to Accelerated Health with SaraBanta. I'm a busy wife, mom of 3, and an NANP certified supplement professional, but that's not all. I'm also the founder of the multi-award-winning Accelerated Health Products, a brand offering innovative, natural, scalar-enhanced supplements to optimize your health. And this podcast is not just a source of information, it's a community. We're all here to learn and grow on our health journeys, regardless of where you are today. And this podcast is the springboard to learning, and the free group coaching on Telegram is where we continue learning together. You can ask your questions. I post tips and tools to deepen your health and keep you motivated in moving forward on your journey. So here's what you can expect. New episodes every Monday and Wednesday with in-depth health discussions and expert guests. Hot topics that are in the news every Friday, like this one, to keep things fun. And then, of course, followed up with the free group coaching on Telegram. Have you thought about detoxing? It's the beginning of the new year. Are you ready to get rid of all of that alcohol in the food that you ate over the holidays? And maybe it's time to get that fresh start, but you don't want to be hangry. You don't want to just go on a juice fast. You don't know where to start. Well, I've created over 10 unique, easy detox cleanse programs to help you reset your body while feeling great, while eating real food. All you have to do is take the detox quiz at SaraBantaHealth.com to find out which one's right for you. You can start with just the colon cleanse. You gotta be pooping. If you don't poop, those toxins get reabsorbed. Or you can do the Candida cleanse, the parasite cleanse. There's a lot more buggers out there than you think, and I'm experiencing it myself. And then you've got the liver flush cleanse that is also part of the accelerated diet cleanse, the big one that resets your liver, your hormones, your insulin resistance, your weight loss issues, your brain, all of it. So you can choose from those. I can help you every step of the way. But maybe you're not ready for a detox. Maybe you just want to start with 1 or 2 supplements that you've heard me talk about. Well, that's fine too. And all you have to do is complete your health goals form on my website, and I will personally put together a protocol just for you. Just by taking a few steps forward, you will change your life. And the difference is I'm here to help you every step of the way. Today we are talking about prenatal vitamins, and maybe they're not so good. Maybe they're missing some things. Maybe they got some things in there that you don't want. I wish I knew this. I'm looking back at my 3 pregnancies. I should be put in jail with what I ate and what I did during my pregnancies. I took a prescription prenatal vitamin that was all synthetic, full of the wrong crap. Did nothing for me, probably was hard on my liver and didn't even give me the nutrients that it said it had. Well, I'm not alone. New research has revealed a significant problem with prenatal vitamins. Many fail to provide essential nutrients in the amounts needed for a healthy pregnancy, and some even contain harmful levels of toxic metals. And this is no different than any other supplement out there. I've talked about the fact that 95% of supplements on the market are junk, and they're full of bacteria and mold that could be causing health issues, or these toxins that we don't know about. And do they really have what they say they do? Well, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, the study examined the nutrient content of both prescription and non-prescription prenatal supplements. So that means that even if your doctor says this is a good one, nope. And it focused on choline and iodine, 2 critical nutrients for fetal development. Alarming levels of contaminants like arsenic, lead, cadmium were also detected, raising concerns about the safety and efficacy of many products. When I was on my health journey and hit rock bottom, I had heavy metal toxicity through the roof. Lead, aluminum, mercury, literally it was off the charts. Was my prenatal part of that? Because why not just keep taking your prenatal after you've had your babies? It's a good multivitamin, right? That's what I did. I just kept taking it. So years and years on these supplements, and other supplements, I'm sure too, were part of the problem. Well, for pregnant women, prenatal vitamins are that cornerstone of maternal and fetal health. And they're designed to bridge those nutritional gaps, which we have more than ever, even more than when I was pregnant, because our food supply has been hijacked. So what did the study find? Well, it tested 47 prenatal vitamins, including 32 non-prescription and 15 prescription ones, purchased from popular online and in-store retailers. And it wanted to determine whether these supplements contained the amount of choline and iodine listed on their labels, and to assess the contaminations. Well, for choline, only 26% of the products listed choline content. Among those that listed choline, only 42% contained the correct amount stated on the label. And this is significant because the recommended daily intake for choline during pregnancy is 450 milligrams a day, and many of the products have none or far less than what you're supposed to. Iodine deficiencies, I love my iodine, and this is just one more reason. 53% of the products listed iodine content, only 16% contain the amount promised on their labels, and the amount of RDI has been increased to 220 micrograms per day, which is far too little. But even with that, all of these supplements fell short of the standard. And we're going to get into why it's so important to be taking your iodine when you're pregnant. Now, with the toxic metal contamination, 7 products contained arsenic levels above the safety limit, 2 products exceeded lead limits, and 13 products contained cadmium at levels above the daily dose limit. They say the daily dose, but we shouldn't be having any, not even just these limits, right? So this study highlights the critical role of choline and iodine in pregnancy. Choline is essential for fetal brain and nervous development, as well as the mother's liver function. And we're talking about pregnant women, but guess what? Choline is important for us women at every stage, and especially in menopause. So you need to be listening to this even if you're past that pregnancy stage in your life. So this study also emphasizes the dangers of the toxic metals, and this is something that goes way beyond just prenatals. It's in all supplements that we have to worry about. Through the pandemic, it was harder to get raw materials for supplements. The prices went up, inflation went up. So guess what? Companies were cutting corners. So let's get into why we need to focus on these nutrients. Choline. So choline is one of those powerhouse nutrients that often flies under the radar. And if you're pregnant, it's absolutely essential for both of you and the baby. I didn't know that. My doctor didn't talk to me about choline. It is a multitasker that supports brain development, liver health, and so much more. So choline, it helps with the baby's brain. It plays a critical role in forming and strengthening those neural pathways, which are the foundation of memory, learning, and cognitive function. Sorry, kids. I hope you're taking your choline now to make up for what I didn't do during pregnancy for you. The study shows that babies born to mothers with adequate choline levels have better cognitive performance and memory skills. And so you can imagine that it might help you also during menopause and later on in life when you are losing your keys and can't find your car in the parking lot and your memory is suffering, right? We also hear about folate for preventing neural tube defects, but choline is just as important. It helps with the development of the baby's spine and brain, reducing the risk of birth defects like spina bifida, right? And this, I do remember hearing a lot about that when I was pregnant. It reduces the risk of pregnancy complications. So many people are having a hard time getting pregnant and then having issues with their pregnancy a lot more than before. And choline plays a role in maintaining the healthy cell membranes, reducing inflammation, and that can lower the risk of pregnancy complications. It also is a time to support the mom's brain and mood. And I'm sure the other people in the household will appreciate if the mom's mood is good, right? Moms experience brain fog or forgetfulness, and that pregnancy brain that we all know about. Well, choline helps keep your neurotransmitters in check, improving memory and focus. And it also has been shown to help reduce the risk of postpartum depression, which will help you, the baby, and everyone else in the household. It helps with the liver. So our livers are under attack, and I talk about that a lot. We just started our accelerated diet cleanse group and the accelerated liver flush cleanse group. Why? Because you gotta love your liver, and our livers are dealing with so much more than ever before. Well, the choline helps keep your liver in good shape, preventing fat buildup and supporting detoxification. It can help, prevent fatty liver disease. More than 50% of you have fatty liver disease, men and women, old and young. Our children even have fatty liver disease. And that is a disease that used to only be for alcoholics, and now it's not. Okay, it also helps with placenta health. The placenta is key to a healthy pregnancy, and choline supports its function by aiding in the nutrient transport and reducing oxidative stress. So that ensures that your baby is getting all the oxygen and the nutrients it needs. It also boosts the baby's stress resilience. Even our babies are feeling our stress of whether you're stressed as the mom or whatever they're dealing with. Well, they are better equipped to handle the stress after birth. So that's choline. Now let's get into iodine. Well, there is a statistic that came out by Dr. Brownstein years ago that a staggering 96% of the people in the United States are deficient in iodine. That's got to be higher because the dosages are down. Iodine's no longer in our food supply. It's not even in the iodized salt as much anymore. And that iodized salt is full of microplastics that your body is having to filter out and can't even absorb the little iodine that is in the salt because of it. So this critical nutrient is far more important than just thyroid, just helping with the hypothyroidism, the fat burning, the brain health, all of those things. It is a key player in nearly every aspect of your health, especially during pregnancy and childhood. And that's why if you don't want to take your iodine, at least give it to your pregnant friends or your children. So this can be, let's see, what are the signs of a child deficient in iodine? Mental retardation, dyslexia, ADHD, short stature, they're not growing, hyperactivity, lowered child survival rates, miscarriages, stillbirths, cognitive and speech delays. That is skyrocketing. Our children are suffering. And of course, thyroid and breast cancer. Pregnant women and children are especially vulnerable, making this so important. And that is why this is in the study for prenatal vitamins that are missing the mark when we're talking about iodine. So it helps growth through apoptosis. Apoptosis is that programmed cell death of unhealthy cells. It's critical for cancer prevention and fetal development. During pregnancy, the fetus undergoes more apoptosis than any other stage of life, making that iodine crucial for apoptosis and that healthy growth. The next stage is during puberty, when the child's going through so much change. The FDA even recommends that pregnant women increase their iodine intake on top of what the normal person does. It also boosts IQ. There's been a link between iodine and intelligence. Studies show that iodine deficiency can lower IQ by up to 13.5 points. It also helps chelate those heavy metals that you might be getting from your other supplements, like lead, preventing them from lodging into the body. Iodine supplementation not only removes lead, but also counteracts the fluoride, the bromide, and the chlorine, which can slow brain function. Low thyroid function is often tied to iodine deficiency. That's the number one cause, and that can lead to poor brain circulation, cognitive impairment, memory loss, and a range of psychiatric conditions like anxiety and depression. It's the number one cause of depression. It's the number one cause of mitochondrial failure. When you talk about how healthy you are only as healthy as your cells. You are only as healthy as the mitochondria in the cells. Guess what increases that ATP in your mitochondria? Iodine. So iodine is so needed for inside the cells, on the cells. It helps with that cell membrane, the iodolipid value of that cell membrane, which is the brain of the cell. Iodolipid, iodine, fat. So you need that layer to let the nutrients into the cells and the toxins out. Okay, iodine is needed to help with mood and mental well-being, like I mentioned, depression and anxiety. That is part of the situation. This mineral helps kill parasites in the gut, which can eat up your serotonin. So you might be depressed because of parasites, and the iodine can help with that. It is that feel-good hormone. With increased serotonin levels, iodine supplementation can improve mood, reduce anxiety, boost overall mental function. But also, if your energy's up because your thyroid's up, of course you're going to feel better. Now, it also helps with shielding against EMF exposure. You and I are the healthy ones. If you're listening to this, you care about your health, right? Well, we're not going to give up our cell phones. I'm not. Mine's right here. I've got my cell phone and I've got my computer and I've got a whole bunch of other technology in this room, and I can feel it. However, iodine helps. Children and adults alike are constantly exposed to these EMFs from your smartphones, tablets, other devices, and iodine supplementation acts as a protective shield supporting your thyroid and mitigating these effects. It helps with protein synthesis and organ development. It's vital for that thyroid hormone production, which drives protein synthesis and oxygen consumption. And for children, thyroid hormones are essential to activating biochemical reactions needed for the brain, the heart, the muscles, and organ development. It also is known to be an antiviral, antibacterial, antiparasitic, antifungal. And in an age where antibiotic resistance is on the rise, iodine offers a natural defense. It's effective at destroying all of these pathogens. It strengthens the immune system. Inflammation is at the root of nearly every disease, and iodine's anti-inflammatory properties play a pivotal role in immune function. So by reducing inflammation, iodine's helping protect against illness and supporting your health. It detoxifies those halogens. Remember in chemistry class when you were in high school, the iodine, the fluoride, the chlorine, all of them are in that same column. So they all look the same. If you don't have enough iodine to fill those receptor sites, those toxins are going to fill those up, right? From GMOs to pesticides to the fluoride and chlorine, children today are exposed to an overwhelming array of toxins. I just did another hot topic on fluoride in the water, how the government is even recognizing that fluoride is lowering the IQ of our children. Duh. Well, they're not getting the iodine to fill in those receptor sites, so that fluoride's going right in there. Iodine helps safely discharge these harmful substances so that when you do take them out, they just get right out of your body because there's enough iodine in your body to fill those sites and to lighten the toxic load. It also helps balance hormones and support fertility. So not even just when you're pregnant, but helping you get pregnant. Iodine plays that critical role in regulating estrogen production by the ovaries. Estrogen dominance is linked to iodine deficiency, and it's a common cause of infertility, miscarriage, and hormonal imbalances, whether you're seeing it in young girls or old women. It is an issue, and men. Estrogen dominance is truly the pandemic that is getting all of us, and it's due to so many factors. I've talked about it on my website and also in other podcasts. Why do you want to do Acceleradine iodine? Well, it is a game changer when it comes to iodine supplementation. It's the only monoatomic iodine that delivers close to 100% bioavailability, meaning that every cell in the body gets exactly the form of iodine it needs, right? So Dr. Brownstein and other people talk about how the thyroid prefers one type of iodine and the breast to get broken apart into the form of monoatomic iodine like acceleridine to feed the thyroid or feed the breast tissue. So it is in the form that every cell in the body can use. Most iodine supplements can't even come close. They typically offer only 10 to 20% absorption and often are sourced from toxic, questionable origins from the Asias where Fukushima has contaminated all of the iodine sources. What makes acceleridine stand out even more is the purity and the effectiveness. It's completely toxin and radiation free, and it's enhanced with scalar frequencies, which not only boosts its detoxifying power, but it also helps clear the fluoride, bromide, chlorine, and other toxins from every cell in the body. Maybe the toxins that you're taking in from other supplements, right? So it can also help repair damage caused by some things that have been occurring over the pandemic. So it is really, really effective. So we talked about choline, we talked about iodine, and now let's talk about the side effects of heavy metals during pregnancy. Heavy metals are toxic to all of us, but especially when you're pregnant, you really need to be careful. This is why it's such a big deal. They're harmful to everyone. They're particularly dangerous because they can cross the placenta and reach your baby. This means that even small amounts can interfere with critical stages of development, potentially affecting your baby's brain, organs, and overall growth. Lead and mercury in particular can affect the brain development, leading to learning difficulties, lower IQ, and even behavioral issues. Arsenic and cadmium have been associated with delayed physical and neurological development in babies. And high levels of heavy metals can also increase the risk of birth defects. This is no fun. And then the impact on you. It causes fatigue and weakness. It can, some studies suggest that heavy metal exposure may contribute to pregnancy complications like high blood pressure, a weakened immune system. So they hide in these prenatal supplements, any other supplements, and then your body's taking in something that it's got to filter out. The liver's got to deal with it. So how is it going to absorb the actual nutrients from the supplement if it's dealing with these toxins? So what do you do for those heavy metals? Because I try to do everything I can in my power to limit my exposure. I had toxicity from heavy metals. It made me feel crazy. It gave me gut issues. It made me tired. It was horrific. And I wish I knew then what I know now. Number one, you can use the new accelerated liver care. Your liver is your body's primary detox organ, and during pregnancy, it's working overtime. Accelerated liver care provides that targeted support with 13 very rare herbs for your liver from around the globe, from the best sources, free of all of the contaminants that we've been talking about, put together in the right ratios for synergistic efficacy, and then enhanced with scalar frequencies, right? So it helps with the elimination of toxins. It helps restore liver function and rebuild your liver. I've had my own liver issues where my enzymes were through the roof, and just within 2 weeks, the accelerated liver care brought them down. I even shocked myself. So accelerated liver care is your daily supplement to help with the detox of the things that we have no control over. Next is the accelerated cellular detox powder. It works at a cellular level to detoxify the heavy metals, pesticides, other environmental toxins, and it enhances the removal of the toxins stored in your fat cells and tissues where they can linger and potentially enter the bloodstream. And as they're cleared, the supplement's helping prevent them from reaching your baby. Then with the accelerated iodine, not only does it promote the benefits that we've already talked about, but it is particularly effective at displacing those harmful halogens like fluoride, chlorine, bromide, and even the other toxins that we're talking about, so that compete with iodine in the body. So it's really important. And these supplements are part of the liver flush cleanse and also the accelerated diet cleanse. That's why it's so powerful. So on a daily basis, accelerated liver care. When you're done having your baby, done with breastfeeding, then you can do the liver flush cleanse. But during these times, you can definitely take the accelerated liver care, accelerated cellular detox powder, and absolutely the accelerated iodine, if not for you, your baby. So next, you want to choose the reputable brands. Look for supplements from companies that prioritize purity and safety with third-party testing for heavy metals. Accelerated health products, we only use the best ingredients, third-party tested with stringent parameters, way above what is allowed, as far as bacteria and mold. It's crazy what they are actually allowing in these supplements. We take it to another level. And then, of course, we enhance all of our supplements with scalar technology that increase the efficacy. Focus on whole foods, whole organic foods as much as possible. Aim to get the nutrients from clean, non-processed foods. Non-organic foods are full of toxins, pesticides, and other elements that are going to harm the baby. Okay, so this study underscores the urgent need for better regulation, obviously, but we need to take it into our own hands. Make sure that you are getting in a good, well-rounded supplement that is covering your bases. Choline and iodine are needed, and they're essential, if not just for you, for your baby and for your future generations. I may have messed up with my 3 kids. They're making up for it right now. They're high dosing their iodine. They're taking their choline and their other supplements, trying to reverse the damage that I did to them when they were inside of me. But hopefully I'll be able to help with my grandchildren and great-grandchildren. So thanks for listening. Our discussion does not have to stop here. If you're feeling lost in the supplement world, no worries. I'm here to help. I know it can be confusing. Start by getting your free supplement protocol. Head to SaraBantaHealth.com, complete the form, and I will personally put together a protocol just for you. Follow me on social media at Accelerated Health Products and join the free group coaching on Telegram. There's no downside. I answer your questions, I post insights, and keep you moving forward every day. You can find this podcast and all of my podcasts by searching Accelerated Health with SaraBanta on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, E360, iHeartRadio, Roku, Amazon, and over 100 different platforms. You can use coupon podcast10 to get 10% off your first order. Remember, I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so join me next time for more ways to unlock your health potential.